Let's talk about The Conjuring, Last Rites, starring Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, also Mia Tomlinson and Ben Hardy from Warner Brothers Pictures. As always, this review will be spoiler-free, but if you prefer to see the film in its entirety before hearing any commentary about it, please feel free to close this video out. I would ask that you drop a like before you do. Then come on back and watch this once you've seen the film. It's clear from the marketing of The Conjuring Last Rites that this is intended to be the last of the Conjuring films, at least the Conjuring films that will feature the characters of Lorraine and Ed Warren at the center. Of course, the universe can continue with other offshoots. We've seen other things spin off from the main Conjuring series. If this is, in fact, the last film that will feature Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga in the lead roles, they go out with a very strong showing. This one has some really solid scares, in addition to some really beautifully dramatic, emotional work that sort of ups the stakes and the fear. Now, just how scary is The Conjuring Last Rites? Well, I think that depends on how much of a horror film buff or veteran you happen to be. I think if you see a lot of horror films, you see them on the regular, then the techniques that are in play to build the suspense, to build the sense of dread, they're familiar, okay? The Conjuring Last Rites does not reinvent the wheel by any stretch of the imagination. What it does do is that it uses the tried and true techniques. You know, the close-up shot where you can just see enough in the background behind the featured character, behind the subject of the shot, to try to lean over. You're trying to see what's behind them. That effect, also the really slow pans, the slow reveals of what else is in the room, all of those techniques are in play here, and they're all used well. I thought it was scary. Admittedly, I don't see as many horror films as some of my friends and colleagues do, but I think the techniques work. I mentioned in the open the performances by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. They have always been strong in these roles. They've brought these real-life people to life on screen in a way that is riveting. Obviously, it keeps bringing audiences back. But there's another element here. There's an element of family. The introduction of the Warrens' daughter, Judy, played by Mia Tomlinson, it just really ups the stakes. And they turn in some incredibly emotional work here. I think it's fair to say we haven't seen the Warrens quite like this in any of the other Conjuring films. What doesn't work? Well, arguably the film is too long. At 2 hours and 15 minutes, they really wanted audiences to get invested in the emotional story of the Warrens and their new family, but also the Smurl family, which is the family that is the subject of the hauntings. They want both of those hauntings, both of those stories to really come to life and resonate with audiences, and that takes time. Arguably, some of that could have been compressed. I think it just depends on how much you buy in, but I will agree that for a film like this, you want to keep things a little tighter. I'm going to stop there before I give anything away. The Conjuring Last Rites is rated R for obviously strong, bloody scenes of terror and horror. If you know the Conjuring brand, you know what you're in for. It is in theaters on September 5th. You can find more Film Buff Unplugged reviews and videos on Substack. Just head to fbunplugged.substack.com and subscribe for free. That way you won't miss a single post. We also have a channel on YouTube. Head to youtube.com/@FilmBuffUnplugged, all one word. Please give us a like on Facebook, and if you're on TikTok, you can find my review videos and more by searching for @FelixAlbuerne Jr., all one word. Thanks for watching.